Part 2. Let's take a look at the same story in 2 Samuel 10 to find out the big fig Newton particulars. Verse 6, quote, "And the children of Ammon saw that the people of David were ashamed, and the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Bathram." Stop. According to Bible Study Tools under Beth Rahob, B-E-T-H, second word R-E-H-O-B, quote, "House of Rehob. It was one of the little kingdoms of Aram or Syria." And that's 2 Samuel 10 and 6. Example, bingo. Let's continue, please. Quote, "And the Syrians of Suba." Stop. According to Wikipedia under Suba language, S-U-B-A, quote, "Suba, also known as O-L-U-S-U-B-A, is a Bantu language spoken by the Suba people of Kenya." Stop. Bingo. Why bingo, you ponder? Because later on we will see the Africans experience the exact same migration blender phenomena as did the Europeans when the Huns pushed them down into our Earth circuit. But let's continue, please. Quote, "Suba clans are located on the eastern shore and islands of Lake Victoria in Kenya and Tanzania. The Suba religion has an ancient polytheistic history, listen up, that includes writings of diverse ancestral spirits." Example, bingo. Why bingo, you wonder? Because in another upcoming series, we are going to pinpoint who the diverse ancestral spirits are that they are writing and invoking. And just to let you know I'm not blowing smoke up your butt, according to Wikipedia under Baal, quote, "The god of fertility, weather, rain, wind, lightning, seasons, war, patron of sailors and sea-going merchants." Listen up, listen up. "Leader of the Raphaim, ancestral spirits. Later views, king of the gods." Example, bingo. And my God's will, little Miss Ivy and I will show you my God wasn't just doing miracles throughout our ancestors' lives. His miracles were in fact doing a discount double check on Ball and the boys the whole time in an upcoming series. We're gonna get to that. But but did you notice? This guy is the leader of the Raphaim. Please remember, the kings of the earth place those of their loins upon their thrones. Not only that, we have also discovered each king of the earth has his own administration, captains, and lieutenants, etc., under each nation. But as far as this video series is concerned, let's continue for more clues, shall we? Quote, "And the children of Ammon saw that the people of David were ashamed, and the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Bakarum and the Syrians of Suba, and ruled 20,000 footmen." Stop. According to Bible Study Tools under REHOB, quote, "The father of Hadadazar, king of Tola." 2 Samuel 8 and 3. "Another town in Asher, kept possession of by the Canaanites." And that's Judges 1 and 31. Example. So as you can see, the main branch of Armenians, I meant to say Syrians, word from Toba. Let's continue, please. Quote, "And the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Baharum and the Syrians of Suba, and ruled 20,000 footmen, and the king of Amalek with 1,000 men." Stop. According to Wikipedia under Amalek, quote, "Amalek is the nation described in the Old Testament of the Bible. The name Amalek can refer to the nation's founder, a grandson of Esau, his descendants, the Amalekites, or the territory of Amalek which they inhabit. According to the book of Genesis and First Chronicles, Amalek was the son of Elah and the concubine Timnah. Yeah, Eliphazi. I think that's Esau's firstborn. Timnah was a Horite. What? Timnah was a Horite and sister of Lotan. Example, I'm going to walk the plank on this one and say Amalek is also a shadow name for a shadow nation. The main reason I say this is because of what is written in the scriptures itself. See, here is one of the times where you must discern what a word is truly worth. What I mean is, sometimes words and phrases are synonymous, and though conventional scholarship would lead towards the path of least resistance, we triple C proceed to look elsewhere for understanding. What am I blabbering about, you wonder? Well, when you read the prophecy of Balaam in the Septuagint with fresh eyes, well, check it out. Turn to Numbers 24 and 20 in the Septuagint. Perception of context. Balaam was on his way to do some mischief, but his ass said, whoa. Literally, his donkey saw an angel and refused to go forward. After being told what to do, check out what he says as he sees different nations on his journey. Again, there are two ways to look at this prophecy: the conventional way or the triple C's way. The conventional understanding is that Balaam was only saying that Amalekites were the first nation to attack Israel. But I must buck on that understanding. Check it out. Verse 18. Quote, and Edom shall be an inheritance, and Esau, his enemy, shall be an inheritance of Israel. Did you notice that? That's two different people. Edom and Esau. That's two different people. And Israel wrought valiantly. And one shall arise out of Jacob, and destroy out of the city him that escapes. Listen up, listen up. And having seen Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek is the first of the nations, yet his seed shall perish. What did he say? Amalek is the first of the nations, semicolon, yet his seed shall perish. Example. Again, you can look at it in the conventional way, or you can add this into your equation before you make your decision under exegesis of origins. Quote, in exegesis of Genesis 14 and 7, the use of Amalekites seem out of place in a passage that concerns the days of Abraham. Alternatively, during the Islamic Golden Age, certain Arabic writings claim that the Amalekites existed long before Abraham. Al-Masudi said that the Amalekites originated in the region of Mecca well before the days of Abraham. It is, however, possible that the name Amalek may have been given to two different nations. The Arabians mention Imlik, Amalik, or Ameleka among the Aborigines of Arabia, the remains of which were mingled with the descendants of Joktan and Adnan, and became most Arabs, or Mosca Arabs, that is, Arabs mixed with foreigners. By the 19th century, there was strong support by Western theologians for the idea that the nation of Amalek could have flourished before the time of Abraham. Matthew George Easton advocated that the Amalekites were not descendants of Amalek by taking the literal approach to Genesis 14 and 7. Example. Like I said before, you can look at it both ways. Take your pick. But let's continue with the scripture, please. Where were we? Oh yeah. Quote, and the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Baharon, and the Syrians of Suba, and ruled 20,000 footmen, and the king of Amalek with 1,000 men, and Ishtob with 12,000 men. Stop. According to Wikipedia, under Ishtob, Ishtob, quote, Ishtob was one of the small Syrian kingdoms that made up Aram. In 2 Samuel 10 and 6, it is listed as one of the kingdoms that Ammon hired soldiers from. Ishtob also means man of Tob. Stop. Did you catch it this time? Yep. Ishtar was yet another Syrian kingdom with its own king outside of the main kingdom. Let's continue with the scriptures, please. Verse 7, quote, "And David heard and sent Joab and all his hosts, even the mighty men. And the children of Ammon went forth and set the battle in array by the door of the gate. Those of Syria, Suah, and Ruah, and Ishtar, and Amalek, being by themselves in the field." Let me see. Let me go back. Verse 8. "And the children of Ammon went forth and set the battle in array by the door of the gate. Those of Syria, Suba, and Ruah, and Ishbal, and Amalek, being by themselves in the field." That's it. "And Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him, from which that which was opposed in front and from behind." Oh, they tried to trick him up, brothers and sisters. They tried to trick him up, get him from both ways. "And he chose out some of all the young men of Israel, and they set themselves in array against Syria. And the rest of the people he gave into the hand of Abessai, his brother. And they set the battle in array opposite to the children of Ammon. And he had said, If Syria be too strong for me, then shall ye help me. And if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will be ready to help thee. Be thou courageous, and let us be strong for our people, and for the sake of the cities of our God, and the Lord shall do that which is good in his eyes." And Joab and his people with him advanced to battle against Syria, and they fled from before him. And the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, and they fled from before Abasa, and entered into the city. And Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And the Syrians saw that they were worsened before Israel, and they gathered themselves together. And Adazar sent and gathered the Syrians from the other side of the river, Kamalak, and they came to Elam. And Sobak, the captain of the host of Eleazar, was at the head. Stop. Bingo. I sure hope you guys are reading with me. "Yet another batch of Syrians beyond the river Kamalak." But let's finish this awesome story out, shall we? Whew. "After Prince King David heard how the heathens were raging, he called up all of Israel into battle array." Verse 17, quote, "And it was reported to David, and he gathered all Israel, and went over Jordan, and came to Elam. And the Syrians set the battle in array against David, and fought with him. And Syria fled from before Israel, and David destroyed of Syria 700 chariots, 40,000 horsemen. And he smote Sobak, the chief of his host, and he died there." Listen up, listen up, listen up. "And all the kings, the servants of Adazar, saw that they were put to the worse before Israel, and they went over to Israel and served them. And Syria was afraid to help the children of Ammon anymore." Example. Bingo! I told you they were all different kingdoms, yet under the banner of one shadow kingdom. Did you notice? Did you notice that last part? Let me read it again. "And all the kings, the servants of Adazar, saw that they were put to the worse." So all of these different kings, again, all of these different, like I've been trying to tell you, all of these different kingdoms out there spread out all over everywhere, causing mayhem and chaos all over the known world, they still had one king. Yeah, and he was in Syria, but he wasn't a Syrian. He wasn't a Syrian on top of the earth. He came from the deep. Whew. So, let's see, where we at now? We got to go to the next one. Oh, ooh. This is a good one. You ready? Here we go.